Anna is that over the COVID pandemic lockdown, she took up watercoloring, which I'm very interested to see if she has any pieces of art to share with us in the future. Here is Anna and her speech titled Learning to Interrupt.
I got it. I wanted to, I'm happy to show art.
That's great, actually. Yeah, wow.
Thank you. Okay, so now I'll be, good morning, Toast.
Right.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. I don't think we have any guests. Shh. I have a secret. You're never going to guess what it is. I took a Cosmo quiz. I took the Toastmaster quiz about my communication style. Communication style is the way that you both verbally and non-verbally communicate with others. It said my strongest attribute was initiating. It means I'm sociable. Check. Enthusiastic, energetic, spontaneous, and fun-loving. Well, sometimes. Due to the gregarious nature of the person with an initiating communication style, he, okay, pause for a question mark, may be perceived as someone who talks more than they listen. Probably. He likes to feel accepted and motivated by relationships. Yes. He responds strongly to praise and approval. Well, don't we all? His pace is fast and he may appear impulsive at times. Okay, at times. He prefers simulating personal and friendly work environment. Absolutely. The second highest was called supportive. Here's what it said about this one. This style is calm, steady, approachable, sincere, and gentle. Aww. Because that person with a supportive communication style dislikes change, she, okay, this time we got the right pronoun, may appear indecisive. I disagree with the part about change because I really like novelty. And my indecision doesn't come from that. It comes from being raised a pleaser. More often, she's perceived as careful, patient, and amiable. Due to her active listening skills, others see her as cooperative, dependable, and loyal. She's often modest and prefers praise to be given privately. Patient and slow-paced, she likes personal, relaxed, no tension environment. And that's because I create my own anxiety and my own tension. She puts high priority on close relationships and doesn't like conflict, but may mediate if necessary. So like any enthusiastic and energetic, spontaneous professional, I wanted to verify the results with other assessments that I'd taken over the years. I immediately went into my files and pulled the DISC management profile report I took in 2015. How many of you are familiar with DISC? For those of you who know or don't know, the DISC stands for dominance, influence, steadiness, and conscientiousness. The idea is that by identifying your own style in management and communication and understanding the styles of others, you are better to lead by providing their priorities and manage to create more effective relationships. I took the assessment as part of an executive coaching program toward the end of my tenure as the director of a nonprofit organization. A handful of male volunteers that I worked with decided I didn't project enough gravitas. What I came to learn through the coaching process was my style was not unusual for someone of my gender and stature. As a woman raised in the 1970s and 1980s, being assertive in the workplace was still believed to be undesirable. It was not considered ladylike. I was not discouraged from being a leader. I was just encouraged to be crafty about it. In an article in the May 2016 issue of Forbes magazine, one of the contributors, Carol Kinsey Goman, published the results of research she had done about how men and women communicate in the workplace. Her research included participants from the United States, Canada, and Europe. She found that both men and women identified the same sets of strengths and weaknesses. The women's strengths were the ability to read body language, to pick up nonverbal cues, good listening skills, and the effective display of empathy. The men's communication strengths were commanding physical presence. Oh, did I ever tell you that the guys that I was talking about before were tall? Direct and to the point, and effective display of power. What Screen ultimately said, Skoman ultimately says, is that your communication style should be perceived as likable, empathetic, and caring, while also exuding authority. In the interest of time, I'm just going to tell you that the DISC results were very similar to those of the Toastmaster results. And those have served me well for the last several years. But one of the qualities that I've now tried to adopt into my style is when Madeleine Albright was asked what young women needed to learn about in the workplace, her response was, learn to interrupt. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. Both excellent speeches that we've had today. Can I get a from the